For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Here's Wentz to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to have the Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd and 8 coming up. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Now Wentz. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 3rd down, Robinson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now Wentz will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. From the 38, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, Elliott. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
1st down, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Prescott now from the 50. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They run the jet sweep. Dotson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round weekend. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. McKinnon now going to try the left side. And some room to work. 20. 5 touchdown. Washington. Jarek McKinnon. 41 yards. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. On play action, Prescott. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do some. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. From the red zone now, Prescott rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
Prescott to throw it. Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
A first down throw for Prescott. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On the option, here's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now left side on the swing pass, and some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Now Prescott. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, I tell you, Ezekiel Elliott, he is just built like a bowling ball, and he powered his way into the end zone there.
I love that description of him because when you think about Zeke, you think about lower body strength and his legs churning and creating extra yardage.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 73 yards. And the Commanders use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to